Knock this in. 31 pickup right here. Smart, smart. Don't think about our offense. Guard for me, all right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Inside Notre Dame Basketball with Mike Brey is brought to you by Team Notre Dame members Adidas, Gatorade, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Sprint, and Xerox. Inside Notre Dame Basketball is also sponsored by Bank of America, Xfinity from Comcast, Mazda, Meyer, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Sirius XM Satellite Radio, and UPS.
Welcome, Irish fans, to this week's edition of Inside Notre Dame Basketball with Mike Brey. I'm Jack Nolan, joined as always by the head coach of the Fighting Irish. And Mike, your team is not only still in the hunt for a double bye in the Big East tournament, you're still in the hunt to win the whole thing during the regular season.
Jack, we're right in the middle of this thing. You know, what a wild weekend. And if you look at the Big East down the stretch, all fans are following the Big East because it's going to be an interesting stretch, but we've put ourselves in great position.
Well, last week I was asking you if you'd ever been in anything like the 5 overtime win over Louisville, but have you had many weekends where you had that kind of a swing from the low of Providence to the high of Pitt?
I can't remember a weekend like that. You know, we were dominated at Pittsburgh. We didn't have much energy, at Providence. We turn it around against Pittsburgh and really grow up after being, pounded on early and figure out a way to steal it on the road. Shows a lot of character of our group.
Now, after a week that saw Notre Dame win 2 games and play 6 overtime periods, the Irish headed to Providence to take on a surging Friars team that had won 3 games in a row. A look at a tough outing from Mike Brey's squad is coming up next.
The world was recently shocked to discover a primitive society.
They may not appear so different, but these people are still using outdated satellite TV. They've never lived in a world with Xfinity on demand. Never known what it's like to catch up on the latest shows anytime, on any device, and they have no idea what they're missing out on. Wait, are they signaling us? No, just adjusting their dishes. They do that a lot.
Don't settle for outdated satellite. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Dad, listen, we're gonna go broke unless we figure out a way to divvy up the shared data plan fairly. So, whoever's fathered the most children gets the most data.
Let's just do it by hair.
Body hair?
Most dental work.
What? Stop downloading and stop liking everything. It should be by who has the least amount of cartilage in their left knee.
Just want to take a bath.
Say no to sharing. Say yes to Sprint. With truly unlimited data, text, and calling.
He is suffering from flu-like symptoms.
We had to help him into the locker room. It may be a believer. Not in luck or fate.
You can see how exhausted Michael Jordan
but in
is.
the will to win. You win from within.
Classic performance by Michael Jordan.
Hey, it's Sandra from accounting.
Peter.
I can see that you're busy, but you were going to help us crunch the numbers for accounts receivable today? I mean, I know that this is important.
Well, both are important.
They are.
Let's get clear.
But this is important too.
The receivables.
Michelin knows it's better for Xerox to help manage their finance processing so they can focus on keeping the world moving. With Xerox, you're ready for real business.
Coach, you faced a typical road atmosphere for Notre Dame at Providence, a sellout crowd. It was their blackout day. The Friars and their fans were ready for you.
They were very ready for us, Jack. You know, they've been playing well. I think you have to give Providence a lot of credit. They had won 3 in a row, looking for 4 in a row. It was alumni weekend. High noon for us, in all honesty, after the overtime games. Probably was a good time to get your hands on us, but a lot of it, the story was Providence's energy. Early, we get off to a pretty good start, and Tom Knight gives us great stuff early. He's scoring the ball. Here he is off a screen roll. Him screening and rolling has gotten him some offensive stuff. Ball screen here by Tom. Jaron reads it, and we get that roll. Jaron knows how to find people off a ball screen. He's at his best when people ball screen for him. Continuous screens by Providence. Tough to guard. They were really hard to guard for us. Council shoots it. They get it. You know, they got every 50-50 ball. You almost deserve to get that dagger put in you from the three-point line when you don't come up with the rebound. Jack with a nice rebound here. You know, we're hanging around in the first half, even though we aren't playing very well. Another ball screen and roll by Jack. Eric Atkins finds him for a bucket. And, you know, we're hanging around, but, you know, when those kind of plays happen, just way too easy to get a post feed right there by Providence. Zach gave us good energy off the bench again. Zach August continues to give us life and energy off the bench. Jaron with a nice drive and kick to Sherm. Vincent Council in the lane. He's a heck of a guard, a senior guard. Misses that one. We get out in a little bit of transition. Kick ahead to Jaron. Him with a probe right here. But Tom on the backboard, and, you know, he was very, very good for us early. Jaron with a drive and kick. We could have used this one. It's halfway down and out.
Would have cut it to 2.
Yeah, we could have used that one. Maybe the karma changes if that one goes down, but that one doesn't go down, and this one does. And you're going in at halftime, and the momentum and the vibe isn't great. He knocks it down, and
his first 3 of the year for Goldsboro.
His first 3 of the year. You know, it was lining up right for him right here. Second half, the story was all Providence, and I'm so impressed with Bats. I think he's the most improved player in the Big East. Jack Cooley got that award last year, but he was fabulous. He looked like a pro. Sherm with a nice roll and put back there. Sherm continues to trend up for us since his great performance in the Louisville game. We don't do a very good job. We continually got screened. I never seen a team run into screens like we did, and they thoroughly outplayed us and deserved the win. And now you got to get your energy back because you play 2 nights later.
There is a look at your final stats from UND.com. As you would expect in a 17-point loss, not a lot of numbers to be pleased with if you're an Irish fan, although Jack Cooley did get his 18th double-double of the season with 12 points and 10 rebounds. Jack's really reached a level where every night you get great effort and production from him.
There is a machine-like consistency to Jack Cooley. Double-double, here's what I do. And I thought he really, you know, did the same thing against Pittsburgh, set the tone for us. We need him to keep doing that 6 more weeks.
So the Irish found themselves in a tough spot after losing to a team below them in the standings. They had to head to Pittsburgh to take on a Panthers team that had won 7 of its previous 9 games. We will take you inside Notre Dame's pregame locker room when we come back.
Cheddar, bacon, onion.
Yeah, it's tremendous.
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 Say hello to McDonald's new CBO. Smooth cheddar, crispy bacon, grilled onions on the Angus 3rd Pounder or premium chicken sandwiches. CBO, the simple joy of tremendous.
Yeah.
For an incredible world, you need an improbable vehicle. So we engineered the new Mazda CX-9 to be both spacious and agile. We designed it to be utilitarian, yet stylish. And we made the CX-9 sophisticated, but kept it within reach. The improbable is now possible. Introducing the Mazda CX-9. Reimagined for 2013. We build Mazdas. What do you drive?
You may have heard that it saves to shop around. At Meijer, that myth has met its match. It's called Meijer Math. It starts with already low prices across the store on every product for every customer every day. Then add even more savings with weekly specials, and then subtract even more from the total with MPerks digital coupons. At Meijer, the math always works in your favor. So forget the myth, get the math. Find out more at Meijer.com/math.
Remember what I talked about before we broke the shoot-around, all right? I think we can play better defensively together. It's right, I know we can, but all 5 guys got to be in it. That's really a tough group, a mature group like We're going to guard again. And we've done that. I've seen us do it. And we've done it on the road where you really need it. Changing tempos, still to the offensive board. All right, here we go, baby. Here we go. Us being physical, man, for 40. Us being physical. 1, 2, 3, go.
And Coach, that defensive performance throughout the game, but especially in the first half, to go with a good rebounding performance allowed you to survive a 1 for 19 start shooting.
Unbelievable start offensively, but I was so impressed with our concentration and toughness to guard and rebound the basketball. That really was the difference for us. Well, the Peterson Center, Jack, we know is one of the tough places to play. We were fortunate enough to win there 2 years ago, but we don't get off to a very good start, even though I think my man got fouled on that one. Pitt really defended us. We go 1 for 19 to start the game and somehow survive it. Woodall and early offense, I don't think we were very alert there defensively. And then I think that's a little bit of, that's 80% frustration. You know, we just aren't really in it. You know, Woodall hits 2 free throws. We're down 19-3. And then all of a sudden we get going a little bit. This is a big one here. It rattles and goes. And all of a sudden you start thinking maybe this thing is changing a little bit. Good defense here. We rotate over. We challenge that shot. We keep it to 1 and done, which we did most of the night. Eric does a great job here of probing and finding Pat Connaughton a second straight 3, a Pitt timeout, and all of a sudden you think, you know what, we're back in this thing. It's changed. What a great find by our point guard to Zach August rolling to the basket. We're in zone right there. We challenge Woodall. There's a key. When Pat Connaughton is defensive rebounding for us, Jack, it not only helps us, it helps him. I think he's a better shooter when he defensive rebounds like a man. How about this by Eric? Probing, finds Jack Cooley. We're down 6 after going 1 for 19. You know, you feel really good. Cooley with a quick move before the double team could get there and trap him. Excellent post feed. Ball screening situation. We swing it, we go low post here, they double, we kick. Big guys who can pass. Great passes by our big guys right there. Eric Atkins bangs down a 3. How about the probing by our point guard here? Just keeping the ball until someone's open. Tom Knight's mid-range game was a key for us. 15-footers, low clock, out of bounds situation. We clear aside. Jaron right there gets a little fade and knocks down a bucket. And number 22 is starting to feel like, okay, it's my time. This one rattles in, but, you know, Jaron Grant loves bright lights and big shots. No one makes him at a better clip than this guy. Great drive right here through the ball screen. With a putback, we get a second shot right there. We challenge the jump shot here. Short, we're off in a little bit of early offense. Watch our point guard here. You talk about running our team. Keep it, probe. Thank you, I'll take this. Nothing rushed by Eric Atkins, just steady as heck running our team. How about that find? Left-handed pass, Tom Knight with a mid-range jump shot. Good screen here, and here it is. Crunch time, buddy. Nobody loves to pull up and take big shots. Jaron again with a big one. 4-point lead, 6 minutes to go. We come in and probe. Off that ball screen, Jaron finds Jack. We get an easy bucket. Up 6 here. This is a big one. This is a big one, and he was feeling it right there. That's one that really makes you think we're going to escape this building with a win. Nice drive here. We get it up on the backboard. We get a new clock and pitch it out. And we did a great job burning clock. End of clock, 4 on the shot clock. We go to the low post. Jack Cooley with a quick left-handed post move. Execution at the end of a clock. Just a great toughness win for us on the road. Really proud of our group.
And, Coach, there are your final stats. You out-rebounded Pitt 40-25. You shot 60% from the field in the second half, and you held Pitt, the league leader in field goal percentage coming into the game, to just 30% shooting from the floor during the final 27 minutes of the game.
Well, I hope it's something we can build on. You know, that now if we can lock in and concentrate defensively consistently, you know, we're going to put ourselves in a great position in this regular season standings.
There was one other stat on that board we have got to talk about. They led the league in percentage of offensive rebounds grabbed. You didn't give them a single second chance bucket.
That is an amazing thing to look at. That tells you the concentration. We're playing big, and our bigs are being physical. It's a neat way to play, and it's been successful for us.
As you might imagine, the post-game locker room at the Pete for the Irish was a pretty fun place to be.
Woo! Woo! What a job defensively. We were in great position. We helped off the guys we could help off of, but you know, I don't know what the rebounding was. The rebounding was great. I mean, we owned the backboard, and everybody was part of it. Great job executing, and a lot of points. I mean, we started the game. You could tell Coach really worked on offense yesterday because we started 1 for 19. But to have the mental toughness to come back and do it, and I tell you what, we did a great job burning again. We really did. That's a weapon for us. Big time road win, man. Proud of you. You know what? You deserve a couple days off. Come on in here.
You know, this may be the most competitive Big East ever, and that whole weekend just kind of showed how slim the margin of error is for every team. You went from maybe having to start wondering about if you're an NCAA bubble team to not only are you now in the tournament, you're in great shape in the Big East.
No, you're right. But, you know, that last scene right there, can I comment on that? Yeah. That's why you coach. Those are the fun atmospheres, coming in a locker room and celebrating with your team. That's what energizes you. But you're right, Jack. We've put ourselves in a great position, not only for a double bye, we may pull off the title. Let's keep playing and see what happens.
We'll hear what the Irish players had to say about their big comeback win over the Panthers right after this timeout. As you saw in our last segment, Coach Bray gave his players all the credit for their impressive come-from-behind win at Pittsburgh, praising their outstanding game-long defensive and rebounding performance. However, the players give a lot of the credit to their coach in a particularly well-timed technical foul.
When he came out fired up and got the technical, you know, it made everybody still believe that, you know, that he was there for us, that he was still fighting for us, and it kind of just got everybody pumped up, you know, to go out there and really get the job done.
When someone shows that type of emotion, shows that they kind of have your back, that they don't feel like you're getting the calls that you should, it kind of shows, well, Coach is behind us in this, and now we got to back him and show him what we're made of.
The team has momentum right now. You know, we have a tough schedule at the end, and, you know, if we can, you know, get these tough games, it definitely gives the team confidence going into the tournaments.
And when your players think they have momentum, they do have momentum.
Yeah, that's 90% of it, psychology. There's no question about it. But something to build on as we head down the stretch. Just a heck of a night for us in Pittsburgh.
And I think we also saw from those interviews, you do have a very close relationship with these players. You're not their best buddy, but you are their leader, and they know that you really support and love them.
Oh, and I love our guys, and that's the one thing about, you know, coaching. The individual relationships. I feel I know them as well as my own son and daughter, their body language, their moods, all of the above. And it's energized being around them. I miss them in the off season.
In the coming weeks, you will hear a lot about the 4 members of this year's Irish basketball team who will complete their Notre Dame studies this semester, including senior Mike Brohammer. As many of you know, after 8 surgical procedures, 4 in each knee, during his Irish basketball career, Mike just could not play for the Irish this season. However, Mike has earned the right to compete in the Joyce Center one last time. This past Wednesday night, Brohammer stepped into the boxing ring to make his Notre Dame Bengal Bouts debut in impressive fashion, winning his heavyweight bout with a second-round TKO to advance to next Tuesday's semifinals. That action gets underway at 6 p.m. Tuesday, and Mike hopes lots of people show up to root him on and, more importantly, help the Holy Cross missions in Bangladesh, the longtime beneficiaries of the ticket sales for the Bengal Bouts. We'll be back with more Inside Notre Dame basketball right after this timeout.
We love seeing you at Bank of America.
But we know you want to be able to bank wherever you are.
Bank of America Mobile Banking lets you bank on your schedule.
Now you can securely deposit checks you get right away with your smartphone camera. Watch this.
It doesn't get more convenient than that. See? Success.
It's amazing. Check balances, pay bills,
and much, much more.
Right here.
Bank on your schedule and deposit checks on the go. Download the Bank of America mobile banking app today.
I need to get back to work. 3, 2, 1.
It's hard to call it radio when it's this out of the box.
Listen to that. Man, you know just what to say.
You might be a redneck.
Fox News alert on several dramatic new developments.
Frank Sinatra.
You're a delightful audience. Let's go to Margaritaville, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown.
This is satellite radio. Welcome to Sirius XM.
It is time now for this week's Ask Coach Bray question, presented by CBTS. This week's question comes from Vivek Srinivas of Bangalore, India, who asks, Coach, how do you keep your players focused on both basketball and academics throughout the year?
Well, that is a challenge, but it's part of the mission of our place. The young men that we recruit, I've not tricked any of them into coming here. They know they're going to have to compete in the classroom as much as the basketball court. Pat Holmes does a fabulous job monitoring our academics and travels with us in the postseason, so we stay on top. I coach academics as much as I coach basketball.
Irish fans, if you would like to ask Coach Bray a question, all you have to do is log on to UND.com and click on Ask Coach Bray in the rotating boxes in the middle of the main page. Pat Connaughton helped jumpstart the Irish with those big consecutive threes against Pittsburgh on Monday night. Notre Dame's second and third baskets of the game that quickly cut a 16-point lead to just 10 in a critical 35-second stretch of the first half. Now Pat will have an entire 60 seconds to handle our questions on the Inside Notre Dame Basketball Fast Break. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Mocha chip.
Favorite part of practice?
All of it.
Worst part of practice?
Running.
Best part of your game?
The athletic parts.
Part of your game you need to work on?
Ball handling.
Favorite Notre Dame game day uniform?
Black.
Best thing about playing in Purcell Pavilion?
The crowd.
Coach Bray's game day attire, which do you like better, mock tee or open collared shirt?
I've been feeling the open collared shirt lately.
One thing you always hear from Coach Bray in practice?
We have to be men.
One person you would like to meet?
Will Smith.
Player most likely to become a coach?
Eric Atkins.
Toughest Notre Dame player to guard?
Jaron.
Best dresser on the team?
Joey.
Worst dresser on the team?
Cam.
Best singer on the team?
Joey.
Worst singer on the team?
Myself.
Free throw contest, who wins, you or Coach Bray?
We both go 10 for 10.
Ooh, now there's a veteran leader for you.
What a great answer. God, I love coaching him. He is the total package, man. And as he's getting older in our program, he's starting to become a leader. He's such a key for us.
And tough as nails.
Tougher than heck. And I love how he's rebounding the ball for us now. When he throws himself around physically, it helps him play better on both ends.
Just one game on the schedule for the Irish this week. We'll take a look at the rematch with Cincinnati right after this timeout.
Customer Aaron Swenson bought from us online today, so I'm happy.
Sales go up, I'm happy.
It went out today. I'm happy.
What if she's not at home?
She won't be happy.
Use UPS. She can get a text alert, reroute, even reschedule a package. It's UPS My Choice.
You happy?
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
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 I love logistics.
I'm very happy I made the switch.
It's easy.
They're great.
As I go out, being nervous about going out into the world.
You switch because
For what you get and what they give back.
of the people.
It'd just be another thing that I know is there for me all the time.
It's a no-brainer.
It's about family. It's about values. It's about doing things the right way.
And that's why I'm sticking with them.
You just get sucked in, and it's great. We're there.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. Come home.
You know you're going to get the best when you go to Notre Dame Federal Credit Union.
And Coach, that 4-1 record against ranked teams this season is just one of the many positive attributes you've put on your postseason resume.
Well, we have a very strong resume to date, and we have wins left that would all be good wins, but Cincinnati is going to be an unbelievable challenge for us. When we beat them, we played totally different 6 weeks ago or 2 months ago. Great challenge Sunday.
And we know one thing, as we look down the rest of the season, it will not be boring.
Follow the drama of our, the cardiac Irish take the floor again for a couple more games.
Our own Notre Dame basketball reality show. And that will do it for this week's edition of the Inside Notre Dame Basketball reality show. Next week we'll have all the highlights of the Cincinnati game, and we'll talk with some of the fine young men who will complete their studies at Notre Dame this semester, members of the Irish team. Until then, for Coach Bray, I'm Jack Nolan. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, go Irish. Inside Notre Dame Basketball with Mike Brey has been brought to you by Team Notre Dame members Adidas, Gatorade, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Sprint, and Xerox. Inside Notre Dame Basketball is also sponsored by Bank of America, Xfinity from Comcast, Mazda, Meijer, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Sirius XM Satellite Radio, and UPS.